All right, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we're going back into our NBA weekly. I appreciate you guys so much because this series started out so small, and I mean super small. We're talking like 5 views a week, 6 views a week, 7 views a week, and slowly but surely it's gotten steady views, man. Water break, sorry. my mouth felt dry, but anyway, I can't stress it enough. You guys allow this series to keep doing more and more things, and as we've evolved and as we've gotten to where we are now, to where the first half is, we talk about seedings and stuff, and the second half we talk about specific storylines. Man, you guys are fucking awesome. But anyway, let's get right into it. NBA weekly, how are we doing in seedings? Okay, so on the eastern side of things, Celtics have been iffy, very iffy. Wins against teams they should be beating, wins against teams that are tough, and losses against teams that are not tough. So Celtics, yeah, really fucking weird. 2 games behind the Bucks, who are playing really well. 2 games ahead of the Celtics. Sixers had played out of their minds, actually recently lost them to the Bulls. Rough game for them. James Harden played horrible that game. Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell just had the fucking, he might have just had one of the top 3 dunks of the year against, who was it? I was watching the game fucking live. Yuta Watanabe. Okay, yeah, against Yuta. I literally saw it live, and I was like, I looked at my girlfriend like, what the fuck did I just see right now? Like, she didn't understand how impressive it was, because she doesn't watch basketball like that, but I was there just like, the fuck? I was really impressed. But anyway, then the Knicks at the 5th seed, 42-31, 2.5 games above the Nets. Even though they're 6-4 in their last 10, it's been completely fine for them because the Nets have been fumbling the bag and have lost 4 in a row. Granted, it's some tough teams, but it's just not ideal for Nets fans. Heat 39-34, still one of the most boring teams to watch for sure. Hawks 36-36, still one of the most head-scratching teams to watch for sure. Raptors 35-37. They've played well in these past 8 games, I want to say. They lost to the Bucks, but they really gave them a run for their money. Convincingly won against the Raptors, convincingly won against the Thunder. Beat the Nuggets, which was huge. Lost to the Lakers, lost to the Clips, lost to the Nuggets. But those are tough games. Say what you want about those teams, man, but those are tough games. Beat the Wizards. So they've been playing significantly better as of late. I definitely like what I'm seeing. The Bulls 34-37, won 3 in a row. DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine leading the way. Pacers lost 2 in a row. Definitely seems like they're just out of playing contention. Wizards, same thing. They just lost to the Magic too. Magic 13th, and Hornets and Pistons to finish it off as 14th, 15th. Moving on the western side of things, which is obviously the juicier stuff. Nuggets are sitting pretty at the top, 3.5 games above the Grizzlies. Kings have had a little rough slide here, losing to the Jazz without Lauri Markkanen, bro. Are you fucking... Oh, Kings, bro. As a Laker fan, what the fuck? And then losing, by a solid margin against the Celtics. And I mean solid for the Celtics, not solid for the Kings fans or the Kings themselves. Suns, they've been on a rough stretch. 5 in their last 5 in the last 10. 5-5 in their last 10. Clips, Paul George is going to be out 2 to 3 weeks. That really hurts what they're doing. Warriors, they're the definition of world beaters at home and charm and soft when they're playing away. It is crazy, man. Thunder, one of the teams that we're definitely talking about today as part of our main highlights, our main storylines. Thunder have been playing some really good basketball as of late. Mavericks 36-36. Oof, they need Luka back. Timberwolves are getting Cat back tonight on Wednesday night, so you guys will see this tomorrow and know how he played. My guess is he'll probably be on a minute restriction. That's the most likely thing that'll happen. Jazz 35-36, won 2 in a row. Lakers 35-37, and Pels 35-37. So really it's between Lakers, Pels, Jazz, Timberwolves, Mavericks, Thunder, and Warriors, all playing for that 6th seed and playing spot. Although with Paul George out, the Clippers definitely could join that conversation, and the Suns, they're only one game ahead of the Clippers, so it's really close. Trailblazers, Spurs, and Rockets. Just things to take quick note of. Looking at some stats real quick, just to see who's leading the way. Joel Embiid's still number 1. Shea's 4. Bet y'all didn't see that coming, huh? No one saw that coming. Domantas Sabonis leads the way in rebounds per game, 12.5. James Harden leads the way in assists per game, 10.8. Oh, Jokic is finally out of 10 assists. So he was out. Jokic was actually averaging a triple-double in the season. As of right now, he is currently not. He'll probably get back to 10, though. Field goal percentage, Nick Claxton. 3-pointers made, Buddy Hield. Although Clay is right there, man. Clay is on his ass. And Curry, for as much games as he's missed, he's still top 5. 3-point percentage, Luke Kennard leads the way. Al Horford's number 2. My guy's a fucking center, and he's number 2. That is impressive. Blocks per game, of course, Jaren Jackson is just on another level. But in turn, he also fouls a lot, too. And then steals per game, OG. Anunoby. That dude's the defender for sure. But anyway, y'all know how I do. Let's get into the second half of the video. Talk about some important and juicy storylines. All right, you guys know how it goes. This is definitely my favorite part of the video because we can be more open discussion on certain things. So first thing we're going to talk about, which I already said earlier, the OKC Thunder. They have been playing with their heart on their sleeves, and what I mean by that is they're full of emotion, they're full of energy, they're full of young youth. You know, players like J-Dub, J. Will, Lou Dort, Shai Gilgeous, obviously flamethrower, and Isaiah Joe, and of course the one, the only Shai Gilgeous Alexander, the man, the myth, the legend, leading the way. And I gotta say, I really am impressed with this Thunder team because, again, they're just playing so well together. Chemistry really feels like is at a peak in terms of the season. They're 8-2 of their last 10. It seems like they got everything in order in terms of, you know, what they want to do, and that's just win. You know, there was injury reports. Shai, some, you know, sore ankle, or Shai's not playing the rest of the back-to-backs, or let's limit Shai's minutes. You know what I mean? Basically just saying, let's try and not make the play-in. But they're struggling at tanking, and it's crazy because, you know, before the season, everyone completely wrote OKC off, and even some OKC fans probably didn't believe that they could make the play-ins. But right now they're sitting pretty at the 7th seed, 36-36. Definitely love what I'm seeing from the Thunder. You know, again, I can't stress enough how well they're playing with team basketball. When the ball's not in Shai's hand, you can still have someone like Josh Giddey taking over, being the ball handler, being the playmaker. And then again, you can't say enough about Shai. He is just a walking bucket, gets to the free throw line with ease. It's insane how he's got these refs fooled into blowing a whistle every 2 seconds. Because, dude, honestly, the refs blow a whistle every 2 seconds. The mans could be in the paint. Someone could, like, blow into his ear like Lance did to LeBron and fucking foul. Like, it's always going to be a foul. So, love what I'm seeing from the Thunder. As a Laker fan, I don't necessarily love it. But another player, you know, you want to talk about is J-Dub. J-Dub is just such a scrappy player, man. He gets his hands dirty, but just so good at doing everything. He's not the best at one thing, but he's just good at everything, you know. Solid defender, especially when he wants to be. But as of late, it's seemingly that this team wants it. So pretty solid as of late. Solid finisher, a decent touch for sure, working on his shooting. But he, again, just an all-around player who's able to do a little bit of everything, and it adds up. It really does. Then you talk about guys like Lou Dort, who in big moments can just clamp up. Like, you saw what happened with Kawhi, right? Like, Lou Dort just fucking put him in a cage and said, "You ain't going nowhere, boy." Like, it was nasty. It was nasty. So yeah, Thunder definitely in the spotlight right now, looking solid. The next team we'll be talking about is a team that is going through it right now. Portland Trail Blazers. And I say that in a very sad way because it's sad that we've come to this point in time again and again and again and again and again. They have not been contenders for a long time. Even when they did make the Western Conference Finals, nobody believed for a second that they'd make the finals and actually beat the Warriors. Damian Lillard has been a superstar for years, and he has yet to find the proper help that he needs to win. And it's not something that, I'm sure Blazers fans want to admit. I mean, they've admitted to themselves now, but this team is just never going to be good enough anytime soon. Not enough star players. Made boneheaded trades, and it leaves me scratching my head every time. Like, I just don't understand. And they're in rebuilding mode. Okay, then why the fuck do you still have Dame? How you can't be a rebuilding team with Damian Lillard on your fucking team? He's just too good of a player to be like full on fucking Pistons with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's so head scratching at what their fucking plan has been this whole time. Like, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? Like, all right, trade away CJ. What are we getting in return? Okay, Norman Powell. What are we getting in return? Like what the fuck? Josh Hart. What the fuck are we getting in return? Like, bro, at this point, y'all trading players for a bag of Doritos. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't know the plan there. And Damian Lillard has been so fucking loyal, obviously up to this point in his career. But it's just becoming more and more obvious at how bad the Blazers as an organization have been. And Dame, your loyalty is your biggest downfall at this point in time. If you want to go get a ring, you got to fucking go. Because ain't no one coming to Portland. KD, someone like that. A player of his status and of his level of skill is a player you need to win a chip. You ain't gonna get that because no one like KD, no one like a LeBron, no one like a fucking, even like let's say a Robin, like a sidekick, like an Anthony Davis is gonna come to fucking Portland. That's just not happening unless they're traded there. So Damian Lillard, I apologize, but I think it's like, honestly, I truly believe it's in their best interest that they let Damian Lillard go. I mean trade him. You would get an insane amount of assets, and it'd be better for him because he can fucking win. He has a chance at winning. Like, it's so mutually beneficial. And I get why you don't, or why you haven't up to this point, is because he's loyal, and it's just such a bad look and how players would look at the Blazers as an organization that you trade away the one player who's been loyal to you. But I mean, fuck, man. At some point, you got to sit down with Dame and say, hey, dog, we have failed you as an organization. We need to rebuild. If you don't want to be here for that, we're totally on board with that, bro. We'll send you anywhere you want to fucking go, or anywhere you want to go. Like, give me a list of teams that we can send you to, and we will see what the biggest haul we can get from Team Y or Team X. So, you ask me, it's time. It's time for Lillard to leave Portland and go get yourself a chip, and let Portland truly rebuild. Let them get number 1 picks so they can draft the next fucking Zion or John Morant or fucking Brandon Ingram. I'm just naming high pick players. Paolo Banchero. Like, they just need to start over. The reset button is long overdue. And then the last team we'll be talking about today, guys, is the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics have been fucking enigmas as of late. They started off the season so strong at 21-5, and ever since then it has not been the same at all. You got players like Jaylen Brown who are non-committal to the future and who are saying that a lot of Boston fans are racist and a lot of Boston fans harass him. Then you got guys like Jason Tatum who show up and then go off and then out of nowhere just fucking lay an egg and do nothing. Like, Jason Tatum is the one superstar who, when he has a bad game, it is fucking atrocious. And it is like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? If you watch that Jazz game where the Celtics lost, Tatum took a terrible timing 3. I get what you're trying to do, a 2-for-1. Then he tried to, before that, it just seemed like it wasn't clicking, but he was just trying to do too much, not being able to finish at the rim. And then, that Rockets game, another example of Tatum just not being able to do work. And obviously Tatum's a superstar, but man, when he has not got it going, it is fucking atrocious. It is not good. I am a fan of Jason Tatum. I am a fan of his work and his new signature shoes. God damn, those shits are fire in the best way possible. The pink lemonade ones, I might cop those at some point, just being honest. But yeah, Celtics have been up and down and up and down. They've lost to the Magic 3 times this season. Again, they just lost to the fucking Jazz and the fucking Rockets. You know, Grant Williams, you do right and you hit like 6 threes, and then you act like you're fucking Jesus Christ, and you just think you can take it to the rack on Walker Kessler and Lauri Markkanen by yourself. Like, excuse me, bro. what the fuck is the thought process there? But you know, it is what it is, man. They beat good teams, they lose to bad teams. That's, if you don't like that, you don't like Boston Celtics right now. But let me pull up their game log just to be exact here. I don't want to be like, I just don't want to be leading y'all to misinformation. Okay, so they just beat the Celtics. They just beat the Kings. Dope win. Lost to the Jazz. Terrible loss. Beat the Blazers. Awesome. Barely beat the Timberwolves. Still dope. You lost to the Rockets. Head scratching. Beat the Hawks. And you beat the Blazers. Dope. Easy pickings. You lost to the Cavs. Okay, that's fair. You lost to the Knicks. Okay, that's fair. You lost to the Nets, which is a team at this point, honestly, they can't just find themselves losing to. Now you beat the Cavs. You lose to the Knicks again. Okay, you see my pattern here is just wins and losses, you know, but they're beating good teams, but then they're losing to teams, again, like the Jazz and the Rockets, where it's like, what the fuck, man? What is y'all doing? Like, it's a rough time for Celtics fans, and that they felt like they had it all, you know what I mean? And then now it's like they've what? So if you start at 21, so 29 and 18, they're 29 and 18 since their 21 and 5 start, 29 and 18, which is still good, you know what I mean? But it's not as good as 21 and 5. So, yeah, it's just, and a lot of those L's have been like, what the fuck, guys? Like, it feels like we're doing it to ourselves with terrible timing, turnovers, or, again, Jason Tatum just having a terribly off night, or stupid-ass decisions like Grant Williams, again, thinking he's Jesus Christ, and is like, oh, Walker Kessler, 7-footer, Lauri Markkanen, 7-footer, yeah, I can take it in on both of them under the in the paint. Yeah, I fucking got this. Like, no. Or that Cavs game where all you had to do was make one free throw and you missed both. Like, literally, they were tied. 0.2 seconds left on the clock. Grant Williams has to make one and they win. That's it. Just make one free throw and you win. Donovan Mitchell talks to you. I'm gonna make them both, and you miss both, bro. Fuck. Rest in peace. to that contract that you were hoping for, that was supposed to be a bag. But anyway, that's our NBA weekly dose of NBA Weekly. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you again for the support. You guys are awesome. As always, this is All We've Been Different. All We've Been Different. And we out.